Greez is the lovable Latero pilot from the Star Wars Jedi series. In the Jedi video games, we see him flying around, fighting the Empire, and working with Cal Kestis. But what happened in Greez's life before he meets Cal at the beginning of Jedi Fallen Order? In today's video, I will answer that very question. And trust me, it gets very interesting. I hope you enjoy. So, Greez was raised up on the planet Latero by his great-grandmother, not seeing his parents much. From his mostly absent parents, he learned to take risks, something that he still does years later working with Cal. We can assume that life was quite hard for Greez growing up, as in Jedi Fallen Order he said, "Look, I didn't grow up with much. I mean, I had my great-grandmother to lean on, but that's it." Greez then joined the Latero Space Academy, where he learned how to be a pilot, a skill which obviously came in handy later with Cal. Before the Jedi Order fell, Greez once intended to pull a heist on the Jedi Temple, disguising himself and joining a tourist group to get in. However, Greez became too scared to go through with the heist. At some point before meeting Cal, Greez took out a big loan so that he could buy the Stinger Mantis, and he flew around the galaxy. At this point, Greez went around searching for girls, games, and fast ships, but this didn't satisfy him. The book Jedi Battle Scars illustrates this time in his life very well. In the book, it says, Greez had always felt like he was looking into a mirror when he stared out through the viewports of his cockpit. Just a big, empty void inside of him, searching for the thing that would make him feel something, just for a second. Girls, games, fast times, and faster ships, none of it made an impact for long. The thrill would come and go, and then he'd be back to himself, back to feeling nothing, really. This emptiness led to gambling. At first this worked, with the constantly raising stakes keeping Greez feeling stuff, but it didn't last. Eventually he'd amounted a huge debt with Haxian Brood, which he couldn't pay. In his travels, Greez met Seer, who hired him to help her fight the Empire, flying her places, monitoring Imperial communications, providing quarters and providing food. At one point the pair flew to Nar Shaddaa and went in the Slag Pit Cantina. While there, Greez was attacked by smugglers. Greez fought them off, but was kicked out of the cantina along with Seer as a result. Greez ended up drinking rum out of Seer's flask in an alley, and this experience, according to Greez, was when their relationship changed for the better. After a while, Haxian Brood caught up with Greez, searching for their money he owed them. At this point, Seer sold her own Kyber crystal from her lightsaber for Greez, but this wasn't enough for Haxian Brood, who continued to pursue Greez. Greez, however, greatly appreciated the action, and was moved by how selfless and caring Seer had been. Eventually, Greez and Seer heard news of Inquisitors flying to Bracca, and so they went there, believing a Jedi would be there. They then rescued Cal Kestis, and this is the start of Fallen Order. Also, Greez did eventually manage to combat the emptiness he felt in a better way, through keeping his friends alive. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quick dive into the backstory of Greez, and we hope to see you later at Volt Holocron.